Good morning, class. How are you all? So, students, as you know, today is Monday and we are going to start our new blog. And this is your blog 11 Visualizing a Story Details. And the first part is Elements of a Fiction Story. Elements of a Fiction Story. So, I'll tell you the meaning of this fiction next. So, first, I want to tell you aim identify the elements of a fiction story. Got it? So please keep your workbook, notebook and content book with you. And one thing I want to remind every day, please keep learning, keep writing, keep completing your work every day. Don't left your work for the next day and do not copy at the last day, because sometimes you have left lots of work for the last week and end of the week you are just copying everything. So do not do this. Every day you have to listen the video carefully and complete the work at that time, okay, or at the day. So next, these are your keywords: elements, problem, characters, setting, rising, and fiction and fantasy. Okay, so these are some words that we are going to use a lot in our today's class. Okay, students, so I want to show you something. Are you able to see here? What is this? These are cover pages of some books. First one, this is also The Cat in the Hat. This is by Seuss, Dr. Seuss. And Madeline Ludwig Bamelin Bam Bamelmans. Okay, and next, some more books. Fly Guy presents Weather. Who would win? Killer Whale as Great White Shark. And Kids Volcanoes. So, what kind of books are these? What kind of books are these, and how will you sort these books and why? How will you sort these books? Okay, so you have your time, you can just go back and see them again. Okay, what kind of this book? If I'll tell you, please sort them in two boxes, then how will you keep? You have enough time, you can take and just do it this. So, the two fiction books are both stories. Got it? Both are both stories. Books are both stories, and the other three books give facts and real information. First two books are the story books, and the other one gives facts and real information. I hope you got the correct meaning of those kind of books. And let me tell you about fiction and non-fiction. What is this fiction? Okay, many times it's coming fiction story, fiction story. So what it's mean? So students, refers to plot. Give me a minute, I'll tell you the meaning and definition of plot the next. Okay, so listen carefully. It refers to plot, setting and characters created from the imagination. We read or watch this material for fun. What? For fun. And for example, a book about a cat that talks, a cartoon on TV, a cartoon on TV. And non-fiction refers to factual stories that are based on real people and true events. We read or watch this material for information. So, fiction and non fiction. Fiction for fun and non fiction for information. For example, about a book about animal life cycle and a documentary on TV. So I hope today you get the important information. You can read it twice also. So what is the means of plot? Okay, the plot describes the events and their significance as the story unfolds. Okay, this is also about a story. One big story is with you, and it's describe the events, the elements, and their significance as the story unfolds. There are five different parts to the plot: exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. Okay, these five different parts can also be plotted onto an image or a roller coaster. I hope you understand well. So this is the meaning about plot. So we have recently read a fiction story called The Magic Spell. Remember the last one? And today we will read another fiction story to find out what elements all fiction stories have. Okay, so please keep your book with you, page number 4, and I'm going to read one story and you are also going to listen and read. Okay, so first instructions, let me tell you. Read the story, The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Find out the elements of the story. You have a pencil with you. Please find out all the elements. You have a pencil, keep note down in your notebook and circle all the new words. Circle all the new words. Got it? So this is the story, The Tale of Peter Rabbit. The Tale of Peter Rabbit. So this is the story, The Tale of Peter Rabbit, and by Beatrix Potter. Once upon a time, there were four little rabbits. Their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother underneath the root of a very big tree. Now, my dears, said old Now, my dears, said old Mrs. Rabbit one morning, you may go to the field or down the lane, but don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Now run along and don't get into trouble. I am going out. Old Mrs. Rabbit took her basket and umbrella and went through the woods of the bakery. She bought a loaf of brown bread and 5 sweets. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, went down and leaned together to gather blackberries. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran to Mr. McGregor's garden and squeezed under the gate. First, he ate some lettuce and some French beans, and then he ate some radish. After that, feeling rather sick, he went to look for some parsley, but around the end of a cucumber plant, whom should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Mr. McGregor was on his hand and knees planting cabbages, but he jumped up and ran after Peter when he spotted him, waving a rake and calling out, "Stop, thief!" Peter was dreadfully scared. He rushed all over the garden. He had forgotten the way back to the gate. He lost one shoe among the cabbages and the other among the potatoes. After losing them, he ran on 4 legs and went even faster. He might have got away if he had not run into a gooseberry net that caught one of the large buttons of his jacket. It was a blue jacket with brass buttons, quite new. Peter shed big tears, and his sobs were overheard by some friendly birds that flew down to help free Peter. Mr. McGregor came up waving a shovel, but Peter wriggled out just in time, leaving his jacket behind him. He rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a can. He would have been a beautiful thing to hide in if it had not had so much water in it. Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed, maybe under a flower pot. He began to turn them over carefully, looking under each. Just then, Peter sneezed. Achoo! Mr. McGregor was after him in no time and tried to put his foot upon Peter, who jumped out of a window. Peter found the door, but it was locked and there was no room for a fat little rabbit to squeeze underneath. An old mouse was running in and out over the stone doorstep, carrying peas and beans to her family in the woods. Peter asked her the way to the gate, but she had such a large pea in her mouth that she couldn't answer. She only shook her head at him. Peter began to cry. He went back to the tool shed when suddenly, quite close to him, he heard the noise of a who scratch, 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 scratch. Peter jumped underneath the bushes, but as nothing happened, he came out and climbed into a wheelbarrow and peeped over. The first thing he saw was Mr. McGregor digging onions. His back was turned towards Peter, and beyond him was the gate. Was quietly, Peter got off the wheelbarrow and started running as fast as he could go along a straight walk behind some blackcurrant bushes. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner, but Peter didn't care. He slipped underneath the gate and was safe at last in the woods outside the garden. Mr. McGregor hung up the little jacket and the shoe as a scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds. Peter never stopped running or not looking behind him until he got home to the big tree. He was so tired and that he flopped down upon the nice soft sand on the floor of the rabbit hole and shut his eyes. His mother was busy cooking. She wondered what he had done with his clothes. It was the second little jacket and the pair of shoes that Peter had lost in a week. I'm sorry to say that Peter was not very well during this evening. His mother put him to bed and made some tea for him. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail had bread, milk, and blackberries for supper. Happy to be safe, happy to be safe at home with his mother, Peter promised himself that he would never be naughty and he would definitely never be returning to Mr. McGregor's garden ever again. So it's a wonderful story, and you have some glossary part one meaning. So meaning is dreadfully, extremely, terribly, overheard, accidentally heard something, and a scarecrow, an object in the shape of a human. Scarecrow. Shed. Let something fall. Underneath, below something, and a wheelbarrow, a cart with two handles and one wheel. So, how was the story? It was a nice story. So, who are the characters in this story? And where does the story take place? Have you listened the story well? So, who are the characters in this story and where does the story take place? And characters are Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, Peter, their mother, and Mr. McGregor. McGregor. And where does the story takes place? It takes place in Mr. McGregor's garden. Peter takes Mr. McGregor's vegetables without asking him, and this makes him angry. And what is the rising action in this story? What is the most exciting part in the story? So, rising action is when Peter is being chased by Mr. McGregor around his garden and shed. Peter manages to get out of Mr. McGregor's garden from under the gate. Where is Peter at the end of the story? Where is Peter at the end of the story? Mr. McGregor's garden from under the gate. In the conclusion, Peter is at home, tired and sick, but he's happy to be with his family. To be with his family. Good? Okay, so in his stories, what does each part of the plot do? What does each part of the plot do? So in the introduction, these are the elements of the story. Plot means these are the part, and you can say each part of the plot. These are the parts. So in the introduction, we meet the characters and see the setting. A problems happen to the main character. In the rising sun, action, more things related to the problem happen. The character often does things to solve the problem at this part. The climax is the most exciting part. This is where the problem is solved and the character changes. Finally, the conclusion tells us about the characters and how they have changed after the problem has been solved. Okay, and now one hot question: how are the magic spell and the tale of Peter Rabbit similar? How are these both stories are similar? Let me tell you how. Realistic fiction is like a real story, but it is not a real story. A fantasy story is something which cannot happen in real life. Both of these are genre of fiction story. This is also called genre. Realistic fiction is like a real story, but it is not a real story. So this is your bonus question of the day, and let me tell you the timing of bonus question is little bit changed. Only one day, that day your morning 8 to evening 9 p.m. Okay. Who is the main character of the story, The Tale of Peter Rabbit? The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Okay. You have four options, you can see there. Practice work, read the story The Tale of Peter Rabbit with glossary and complete as one, page number 15. Do practice question 1 in your English notebook. Another one is with you. Please do it on that. So students, I hope you understand, you have listened the story well. So complete your work immediately and thank you. Have a good day.